There you go.
Hey all, my wife and I are a couple of thrifty individuals based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. In our spare time we spend countless hours going to Goodwills and rummage sales and whatnot, looking for trendy, cool, old items or hipstery types of things, all kinds of cool gadgets and whatnot that we can find on the cheap. So what I'm going to do is just go over some of the things we found this weekend. We went to a couple of Goodwills, and I'm just going to give you a rating on how I feel about the items based on value and functionality and kind of coolness. We'll do a scale of 0 to 5, 0 being the worst, 5 being the best. And I should mention that we call ourselves 5 Cat Thrift. You can also find us as 5 Cat Design, depending on what kind of work you're looking for us to do. So we'll start with these cactus vases, candle holders. I'm gonna go with their vases because I guess you could put a candle in here, but you need a pretty small candle. Interesting items. They're heavy, they're made out of glass. The hole goes all the way to the bottom. You could probably put a flower in here, which is interesting because cactus will flower, cacti, as some call it. I like them. I like these things a lot. They were cheap, what, $2 each? Yeah. They're pretty good. I'm a stingy reviewer, so I'm gonna give these 2.6 out of 5. They were cheap, they're heavy. If we can't sell them or find someone to take them, I won't mind having them around, even though we have no use for them whatsoever. I just kind of like them, and I enjoy the desert a little bit. So these are neat little items. We found this awesome machine. Let's pull what it's hauling out of there real quick so I can show you the bed. So Tonka is a company that came from Mound, Minnesota back in 1946. Since then, they've gone on to be fairly successful as a toy manufacturer. They've been inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame, which is a thing. Bet you didn't know that. Back in 2001, they became an inductee. Yeah, this is a neat little thing. It's got a steel bed, so extra sturdy. Looks like there's some kind of nuts holding it down. I'm not a machinist of any sort, or engineer, so I don't really know what anything is. But anyways, we kind of thought this would be worth a little bit more money than what it was, but regardless, it's kind of cool. I think I'll take it out to the sandbox, and oh, it does things. That's cool. I didn't know it did that. Okay. Anyways, I'll probably take it to the sandbox, and I'll fill it with sand and dump it out, and we'll build a sandcastle on opposite ends of the sandbox. So overall coolness, this thing's pretty sweet. Value, thought it was worth a little bit more. We thought it'd be worth like $40 to $50. Turns out it's not, maybe 20 to 30. But I don't know, I'm gonna give it 2.1 out of 5 cats for the review here. It's kind of neat. I didn't know it did this. I wrote the review before I found out it could do that, so I'm gonna give it a 2.4 now. That's pretty good, 2.4. Okay, doesn't suck, that's for sure. I got this shirt today. My wife found it. It's got lobsters on it. It's what I never wear white. I'm probably gonna spill coffee on that at some point and then have to get rid of it because it ruined it. But it does fits pretty good. Gonna give it a 3.2 out of 5 cats. We found this sweet basket. So geese have been around for millennia, and wicker has been around for about 5,000 years. Fun fact I looked up before we shot this. But it took us until the 20th century to put the two items together, and now we have wicker geese. I like this more now that I'm really looking at it. So we looked online. There's a bunch of wicker geese and wicker ducks that you can purchase that are kind of cooler than this one, but I do like the simplicity of it. You could fill it with bananas and walk from the kitchen back to the living room and then eat the bananas instead of taking multiple trips to get a banana, come back. You just put them all in here. And I really like how tight this weave is of this wicker. That's really nice. One thing, it's kind of, this part's kind of janky, but that's okay. It's still kind of cool. I'm sure someone's going to want this, and if nobody does, we'll put it on our kitchen table and use it as like a cornucopia of some sort. So this one, I didn't like it at first, but I also kind of grew to like it. I like the little wooden, I think that's wood. I think that's actually wood. The wooden bill's kind of cool. And the little button eyes. So I'm going to give this 2.9 out of 5 cats on our rating scale. This one's pretty neat. Yeah. We're going to keep this one. I kind of like that now.
I told you it was a cool basket.
Yeah. So moving on from Duck Duck Goose, how about Duck Duck Shoes? We found these Reebok shoes, which I don't know a whole heck of a lot about, but they're white and they are from the 80s. Reebok Classic, it says. It's got a neat little label with a flowering item, which you might not be able to see on the camera there, but we do have an Instagram account, so you can check that out, 5Cat Thrift, and you'll see all these items on there and maybe even walkthroughs of us in the stores or wherever we're picking this stuff up. These are a size 7.5 if you're in the US. If you're a UK residing individual, they are a 5. These are pretty cool and barely worn. My wife said the only little bit of damage was around the Velcro here. That's pretty cool. So we think these will probably be like a $30 item, and I don't know if we spent more than $4 or $5 on them. Sorry, I don't know the exact prices. I don't have a credit card, so I just let my wife pay for everything. So we'll put these back in here. We'll carry these two, and then we'll dump them off to whoever buys them. Yeah, we got some coffee cups. Those are pretty. Oh yeah, we should rate these. Well, what did I give them? I wrote this out earlier. I didn't actually rate them. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Do you like these?
Yeah, those are super cool. Those are really vintage.
What do you give them?
Let's give them the 3.1.
Okay, all right.
3.1 cats.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Those are super cool.
Yeah,
like I wish they fit me.
It's like a 60%.
Yeah, I'm too big though.
Yeah. What else did we get? We got some coffee mugs. This one's a Hello Kitty Valentine's Day coffee mug. It's not a coffee mug, it's just a coffee mug. I don't know a lot about that. 2.1. I wouldn't have bought it. I wouldn't have grabbed it. Starbucks coffee mug without any kind of labeling on it is kind of neat. Another Starbucks cup with a label on it. I actually like this one better because it's bigger. You just fit more coffee in it. We did find this. I'm keeping this mug. This is from the Milwaukee Art Museum, and it's from a collection from, if you've ever been there, from the Bradley collection. It's just a picture, a work of art that's there. Pretty cool. We have some. What's this stuff called?
Espresso?
Yeah, an Americano. Yes.
Yes.
And that's it. So we bought all this stuff. We actually bought some more items that, if you go to our Instagram, you'll find them. It's kind of cool. Yeah, check us out on Instagram. Otherwise, we have the links below for some of the items that you can purchase on our eBay store. Take care of yourselves.